Well, hello again. Welcome again to another episode of Down to Earth but Heavenly Minded. And I'm your host, Rish. And I just want to mention I hope my wife's in the kitchen cooking, and I hope we're not picking up any of the noise. She's in there baking for a neighbor lady, and I just wanted to mention that in case you hear some noise in the background, that might be her. But meanwhile, we're going to continue on in the book of Exodus, and we're going to be actually ratifying the covenant and confirming the covenant that God is making with his people here. And, sometime we should probably just do a study on all the different covenants. I do have a study like this on our website, our chapel's website, that was given by a brother many, many years ago. He's with the Lord now. He was a great brother in the Lord. Pat Christensen, his name was, and he did a complete study. It was a series on the covenants, and it was very good. So if you go on our website, go to recordings, our website is just hiawathabiblechapel.org, all one word, and just look up Pat Christensen under recordings and look under covenants, and you'll find him. Yeah, great teacher. You can even do a search online. I believe you'll find it. Well, with that said, let's just continue on with our reading here in Exodus. And like I said, we're in Exodus 24, and this is the covenant confirmed. So then he said to Moses, "Come up here to the Lord, you and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu uh, and several of the elders of Israel, and worship from afar." In other words, don't get too close. Yeah, and in the New Testament, we're actually encouraged to come onto the throne of grace, to come to the Lord. Big difference. The law keeps us away, and grace brings us to the throne. Well, Moses alone shall come near to the Lord, but the others shall not come near, and the people shall not come up with him. Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the rules. And all the people answered with one voice and said, "All the words that the Lord has spoken we will do." And Moses wrote down all the words of the Lord, and he rose early in the morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain, and 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the people of Israel who offered burnt offerings and sacrifice and peace offerings and oxen to the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in a basin, and half the blood he threw against the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it in the hearing of the people, and that was the law, and said, "All that the Lord has spoken we will do, and we will be obedient." And Moses took the blood and threw it on the people, and said, "Behold, the blood of the covenant, and the Lord had made with you in accordance with those words." This was a blood covenant. And Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and the 70 elders of Israel went up, and they saw the God of Israel. There was under his feet, as it were, a pavement of sapphire stones, like that of very heaven for clearness. And he did not lay his hand on the chief men of the people of Israel. They beheld God, and ate and drank. The Lord said to Moses, "Come up to me on the mountain and wait there, that I may give you the tablets of stone with the law and the commandments which I have written for their instructions." So Moses rose with his assistant Joshua. Moses went up into the mountain of God, and he said to the elders, "Wait here for us until we return to you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. Whoever has a dispute, let him go to them." Then Moses went up on the mountain, and the cloud covered the mountain, and the glory of the Lord dwelled on the mountain of Sinai. And the cloud covered it 6 days, and on the seventh day he called to Moses out of the midst of the cloud. Now the appearance of the glory of the Lord was like a devouring fire on the top of the mountain in the sight of the people of Israel. Moses entered the cloud and went up to the mountain, up on the mountain, and Moses was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. Wow. Well, I'm going to continue on because the next chapter really goes right along with this. So let's just grab the next chapter, 25. And I think this goes along with anyway. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the people of Israel that they take for me a contribution from every man whose heart moved him. You shall receive a contribution for me. And this is the contribution that you shall receive from them: gold, silver, bronze, blue and purple, scarlet, yarn, fine twisted linen, goat's hair, tanned ram skins, goat skins, acacia wood, oil for the lamps, spices for the anointing oil, and the fragrant incense, oxen stone, and stones for settings for the ephod, and for the breastplate. And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell in the midst, exactly as I show you, concerning the pattern of the tabernacle and of its furniture, so you shall make it. The ark of the covenant is like this. They shall make an ark of acacia wood. 2 cubits and a half shall be its length, and a cubit and a half its breadth, and a cubit and a half its height. And you shall overlay it with pure gold, inside and out. Shall you overlay it, and you shall make on it a molding of gold around it, and shall cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them on the 4 feet, 2 rings on the side, one side of it, and 2 rings on the other side. You shall make poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold, and they shall put them, the poles, in the rings on the side of the ark, to carry the ark by them. The poles shall remain in the rings in the ark, and shall not be taken from it. And you shall put into the ark the testimony that I shall give you. You shall make a mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half shall be its length, and a cubit and a half its breadth. And you shall make 2 cherubims of gold, and hammered work shall you make them on the 2 ends of the mercy seat. Make 1 cherubim on the one end, and the other cherubim on the other end, one piece with the mercy seat. Shall you make the cherubim on the 2 ends. The cherubim shall spread out their wings above and overshadow the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces one to another towards the mercy seat. Uh, shall the faces of the cherubim be? You shall put the mercy seat on the top of the ark, and the ark you shall put the mercy seat that I shall give you. They will meet you with you, and from above the mercy seat, and between the two cherubims, these are the ark of the testimony. I will speak with you about all that I will give in commands for the people of Israel. Now we have the furniture, the table of bread, showbread. You shall make a table of acacia wood. 2 cubits shall be its length, and a cubit its breadth, and a cubit its half its height. You shall overlay it with pure gold, and make molten the gold around it, molding around it. And you shall make a rim around it, a hand's breadth wide, and a molding of gold around it. And you shall make for it 4 rings of gold, and fasten the rings to the 4 corners at the 4 lengths, uh, close to the frame, and the rings shall lie as holders for the poles to carry the table. You shall make the poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold, and the table shall be carried with these. And you shall make its plates and other dishes for incense, and the fragrance, and the bowls with which to pour drink offerings. You shall make them of pure gold, and you shall set the bread of the presence on the table before me regularly. Now we come to the golden lampstands. You shall make the lampstands of pure gold. The lampstand shall be made of hammered work. Its base, its stems, its cups, its casks, and its flowers shall be of one piece with it. And there shall be 6 branches going out from its side, 3 branches of the lampstand out of one side of it, and 3 branches on the lampstand out of the other side. 3 cups made from almond blossoms, each with its castles and flowers, and 1 branch, and 3 cups made like almond blossoms, each with its castles and flowers on the other branch. So for the 6 branches going out from the lampstand, and on the lampstand itself, it shall be 4 cups made of almond blossoms, with their castles and flowers, and their castles of one piece with it under each pair of the 6 branches going out from the lampstand. Their castles and their branches shall be of one piece with it, and the whole of the single piece of hammered work of pure gold. You shall make 7 lampstands for it, and the lamp shall be set up so as to give light on the space in front of it. The thongs and their trays shall be of pure gold. It shall be made with all the utensils out of the out of a talent of pure gold. And see that you make them after the pattern for them which is to be shown to you on the mountain. So these are all the instructions that Moses is getting from God on building the tabernacle and the furnishings. And, if we look at all these, the furnishings and the tabernacle itself, we will find a picture of Christ in all of this. And maybe at a later date we'll look at at this more closely. But for now, this is our reading, and we're going to end our session for today. So with that said, I'm just going to end for now. Bye for now. Until next time.